it's Betsy from Cuttin Corners Vinyl in Nederland, Texas, and today we have another Crafting for Disney episode, and we are going to make Black Widow shirts. Now, Black Widow comes out next Friday, July the 9th, and I am excited. I love Scarlett Johansson, I love the Marvel series, and I am so excited that she is finally getting her own movie because she's a superhero that I can kind of relate to because she feels like she needs to make up for her past. So that's super exciting for me. So before we jump into it, I did want to remind you that the weekly wow sale for this week is 30% off all of the Deco Sparkle holographic HTV. This sale ends on July the 4th of 2021. Love this stuff at 12 a.m. Central Standard Time. So what you're gonna need for today's tutorial is your t-shirt. I've just got a plain black Tultex t-shirt. You're gonna need your vinyl, which I am using the Deco Sparkle Red Holographics. Isn't that pretty? And I'm also using Thermoflex Plus White. So if you'll give me a moment to change the camera angle, I will go over how to make this. First thing we need to do is we're going to take and select our Black Widow logo. Now this file is $1.99 in the Cricut Design Space store. Now I have Cricut access, so I save 10%. So we're gonna go ahead and insert the image, but remember, if you use these images, they are for personal use only. So there is our logo. So now what I wanna do is I wanna go ahead and take and do my text. So, and this is a quote from the new movie, and it says, at some point, I love this quote, I cannot wait to go see it, comma, we're gonna go ahead and do another line, we all have, actually, you know what? I'm going to type this out in all caps. Let's do caps lock. I think that'll be better. Might help if I actually hit the button. So at, and we're going to play with the layout of the text and all that. We all have to choose between what the world wants you to be and who you are. So I love that quote. I think that that is like perfect. So let's see. Now I got to play with the text. So let's see. Let's scroll up. Okay. Let's make. Okay. Okay. Okay, and who you are. Okay, so as you can see, I'm just kind of playing with the layout of the text to make sure it's the way that I want it to be. Okay, so that's our text for the most part. So one of the things I would definitely want to do is I want to align center. Okay, and now let's choose a font. So I think I want something, like that. Not my favorite. And see, that's part of it, is whenever you go to design and choose like fonts and stuff like that, you can choose and look, and then sometimes you change your mind, which is okay. You know, that's all part of it. So I definitely want something kind of bold. Let's see what you look like. So I like you a little bit more, but you're not my absolute favorite. So let's keep looking. Okay, let's see. See what I mean? There's just so many fonts that you can choose from. It's just crazy. No, that's not the right kind of stencil. And there's a lot of fonts that are system fonts in Mac that all look the same. Just in case you're wondering. Do we like Paddington? Nope, that's too kitty. Okay, so I'm going to choose Cricut fonts only. And I'm not going to choose only kerned fonts because that doesn't bother me. Let's see what the Frightful Affair looks like. I actually kind of like that. Let's see if they have a... No. I was looking to see if there was a bold option. But there's not, and that's okay. Okay. So as you can see, it's just about deciding what you want your text and stuff to look like. And that's part of it. Let's see. Anything I love. You know, we're going to stick with this one, which this is a Frightful Affair. Okay. So everything is centered. I like how everything looks. Okay. Now, let's change this to the actual width, which we're going to make this 10 inches wide. Okay. Now, this looks off. You see how that doesn't look centered? Let's try that one more time. Okay, so you see how some of that doesn't look centered? So one of the things I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to mess with the letter spacing. I want it smaller. I want stuff to be a little bit closer together. Because I want it more squared, I guess. Okay, so I like that better. Okay, so now I'm going to take and I'm going to ungroup all of my text. So I'm going to go through line by line and weld, because sometimes, I don't know why, when you go to center a font, it doesn't always look center. So an easy way to fix that, if you don't like, you see how that just doesn't look centered, I will show you how to fix that. Okay, there we go. So now we have all of our lines together. Now I'm going to select all the text and we're going to choose Align Centers Horizontally. See, now that's centered horizontally. And we're going to go ahead and weld this all together. So that is about, yeah, it's almost perfect. Okay, so let's change this again to make it 10. Okay, now here is our logo. Now, we want to go ahead and ungroup this. There we go. And I'm going to get rid of the black portion. I'm going to choose both because it wouldn't let me just get rid of the black layer. So I want to get rid of this red layer and this black layer now. So now we have the logo. So if I make the logo 9.5, there we go. Okay, now I want to select everything. And we're going to go ahead and align centers. Perfect. Okay, so if you want to, we can back up so you can really see kind of what it's going to look like. And you're like, well, that doesn't look great. So let me show you what we're going to do. So now we're going to slice. So this is going to look really good. Okay. So now you see what I mean, how that looks. There we go. Nope, we want to keep that. Undo. There we go. So I want to make sure these two, the black layers, are welded together. Uh-oh. I think I can delete. Nope, that's not the one I can delete. There we go. Attach and weld. Nope, it still messes up that one area. Okay. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go back to before. Okay, so we're going to select it all. Align, make sure our centers are. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and make a copy and paste of our black. Set that to the side. There we go. Now, let's go ahead and slice that again. Now, we can get rid of. Okay, now I want to select all, and we're going to go ahead and realign everything center. There we go. So now she is ready to cut. That simple. So you can kind of see what I mean. Like if we take away the black layer, that's what the red looks like. And then there is, and actually the black is going to be in white. Thermoflex Plus. Now we're going to go ahead and click on Make It. So we're using on the mat. Okay. And this is going to be in HTV, so we do have to make sure we mirror it. There we go. Click Continue. Okay, now I need to browse all materials because I need holographic. Okay. There we go. So now I'm going to send this to cut, and then we'll come back and show you how to put the shirt together. So as you can see, I have my t-shirt loaded on the heat press, and the press is preheated to 330 degrees, which is pretty standard for this type of vinyl. So I've already weeded the Thermoflex Plus white layer because, well, don't really need to weed everything on camera, but I did want to show y'all weeding the holographic. So we're gonna go ahead and remove the outer layer. Again, this is pretty easy to do. as long as you cut it correctly, I mean, this stuff is pretty easy to work with. It is a little on the thick side, but that's, you know, we like things thick. Anyways, but you know what I mean? Like, it's a thicker vinyl. And I wouldn't recommend doing like a whole solid design in this, because my goodness, if you did, it would be so atrociously heavy. But doing something like this, not really that big of a deal. So now we got to finish weeding all of this. Now, as you can see, this is a plasticky material, so it does break on you, which is fine. I mean, it's not that big of a deal, especially because that's what you're weeding out. So, there we go. As you can see, it's not hard, it's just tedious more than anything. I mean, there we go. But here we are. Okay. Now we're cooking with gas. I know, I didn't sleep much last night, so I am tired. So I'm kind of at the point where I'm not just tired, like I am getting kind of, you know, kind of giddy. Do y'all do that? I do. I do that badly. So, there we go. Okay. There we go. Okay. Oh, pulled up something I wasn't supposed to. That's okay though. We can just place it back down. Okay. Okay, and when we place this back down, one of the good things is if you accidentally pull anything up, you can always, a lot of times, be able to see where the lines are, where it cut. So that makes it easier. Now, it might not be the easiest thing to see on camera, but like in person, you can easily see your lines. Okay. There we go. Almost finished. As I said, this is the most tedious part of it. Okay. Oh, don't want to pull that part up. There we go. Okay, so now she's all weeded. That's what she looks like. So you can still tell it's the Black Widow logo. So, gonna move my stuff off of there, and I'm gonna grab my t-shirt guide. So I have a 16-inch t-shirt guide because my press is 16 inches. So you go for the size of your press. So if you have a 15-inch press, you go for a 15. So now I'm gonna fold this in half. Okay, make sure everything's lined up. Give myself a crease. There we go. Okay. That looks nice and straight on there to me. Okay. Now I'm gonna take my Teflon sheet cover. There we go. And it was gonna heat for 15 seconds, but our time is wrong. Let's change that to 15. We're gonna heat that a little bit longer because that wasn't long enough. There we go. Okay. Okay. Look how good that looks. I know this part's just text, but once you get the whole thing together, like, it's really, really cool. Okay. So now it's just like putting together a puzzle. Making sure your pieces match up. Okay. So there we go. Okay, I think that looks pretty good, don't you? So now we're gonna cover again. And also something that would look cool if you wanted to do something different with this design is you could take and do the same kind of layout, but instead of doing it this way, you could do your text in clear and do your logo still in the red holographic, and it would kind of give it a different look too. Okay, so now got to remove the clear plastic. Give it a second because this is one of those things that works best when it's cool, and I have no patience. Go slow. I love, love, love how this looks. Okay, now I'm gonna cover again, and we're gonna heat it one more time just to make sure everything's good and on there. Which I didn't change that timer. It's okay though. We're gonna go ahead and heat it a little longer. And that is our completed shirt. Look how good this looks. So remember, if you like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button right down below. And if you hit the notification bell icon next to it, that will notify you when I post new videos. But I guess that's it. So we'll see y'all later. Bye.